or the fall on crude is turning out to be a little bit of a positive sentiment for our street. Ajit, Mishra and Osho Krishnan both join in with their trading calls. Ajit, at 25,120 on the Nifty, is there a strategy one can adopt, a fresh strategy on the index? And alternatively, if traders are sitting long Nifty, is there any way for them to hedge their positions? Because they would have seen a loss on their portfolios today.
Yeah, good morning, Samina, and good morning, Agam. So, yes, after a very tight range of move in last two trading session, taking clues from the global markets, we are seeing that markets are under pressure. And after the initial uptick, now again, we are seeing some profit taking emerging at the higher levels. Samina, earlier the resistance, the record high, 25,078, means, on the closing basis 25,000 is the important area to look at. In case if we fail to hold this level, then definitely one should hedge their position. If you have any existing long, for the next week expiry, 25,000 put is something that one can add to their portfolio and hedge your longs, considering that yes, we may see some time-wise correction. And Nifty can also slip below, closer to around 24,850, 800 zone. So it's going to be like a kind of support to your portfolio in case if Nifty fails to over 25,000. The challenging part is banking basically, because after yesterday's move, we were anticipating that we may see some follow-up buying, but it fizzled out in the early trade, and still we are not seeing any sign of recovery. So a break below 51,000 is the key area to look at. So as of now, I feel that's more of consolidation, which is likely in the index, with bias slightly on the negative side in case if we fail to hold 25,000 mark. So one should plan the trades accordingly.
So Ajit, thanks. That's as far as.
Right. Ajit, getting beyond the Nifty, do we have a trading strategy on Bank Nifty at all? I mean, it's been an underperformer. Today, though, it's keeping in line with the benchmark and has declined pretty much as the Nifty. I don't know, is this buy the dip on Bank Nifty, or it's best to avoid it until there is a clear direction on Bank Nifty?
So, Samina, I feel the best way to look at it is until we see the alignment among the top three names, HDFC, Axis, ICICI, one should refrain from any long or short trade in the banking pack. Yesterday, if you can recall that the ICICI was the only name which was trading with a positive bias and which largely helped the index to gain nearly 0.5%. HDFC and Axis, they are still trading in a very tight range, though we are not seeing any downside either, but they are not participating in the move as so far. So until we see the alignment among these top three names, one should refrain from any position in banking from the short-term point of view.
As far as the Bank Nifty is concerned, well, if we can actually talk...
Well, Ajit, top trades, recommendations, long side, short side. The only green we are seeing today is oil and gas, paint companies, and maybe some of those lubricant names as well.
True, Samina, because, crude, we are inching closer to $70 mark. So that's the reason why we are seeing all these counters doing well. And today, first of my recommendation is from that paint space itself, because Berger was anyway showing sign of recovery, and Asian Paint, Berger Paint within the paint basket are leading from the front. So we still feel that we have more legs to this up move in Berger Paint, and 610 is what we are eyeing in the near future. So one can go long at current levels with 580 being the stop. Another stock that we like is within the cement space is Grasim. So cement also, like, we are seeing certain pockets forming pivots for fresh buying, and Grasim, Ultratech, these are the top two names which one can look at. So for Grasim, 2850 is the immediate target, and 2690 is what we recommend as a stop loss area.
That's Ajits Picks. Osho, what about you? Stocks that are looking good to you this morning?
Well, query that we have is from Ajit from Chennai. And Ajit, I'll take this with you since both of you share the same name. Ajit has bought one lot of Jubilant futures at 660 September expiry. What's the outlook for today and the rest of the month?
should mark the Jubilant Foodworks futures as well, the September
Yes.
expiry. We can have it on your screen there and see whether or not there is a... So it's currently at 650. He's bought it at 660. Ajit, this one is over to you.
Yeah, so I would recommend Ajit that the stock has done exceptionally well. Means in the recent month, it's almost a vertical surge from roughly around 430 to 660. And now currently we are hovering around the short-term averages. So the tone is still positive, but the bias might take a hit if we fail to hold 640 levels on the spot basis. So that should be your strict stop loss, Ajit, in case if you are planning to hold this position for the overnight trade. And in case of recovery now, once we cross 665, then we may see next leg of the up move. Though indications are largely in the favor of some consolidation with the profit taking bias. So it's prudent that you should utilize any recovery towards 660, 65, your buying zone to reduce your position and let it consolidate at least for a week or two to form a fresh buying pivot.
All right. Well, there you have it. That's the view on Jubilant Foodworks. We move on to the next one. This one is from Sai from Kerala.
He currently has HUL at 2,440 calls at 24 rupees premium. September 26th expiry. Ajit, should he hold it or do you recommend an exit?
Samina, defensive, definitely you can hold calls. If you see majority of the FMCG names, they are still trading around the record highs. Be it Britannia, ITC, HUL, they all are trading in a very tight range around the record highs. And HUL, in fact, as a disclosure, we have recommended to our clients also. So 2800 call is something that we have advocated to go long with the 85 being the targets, and hence is also holding 2840, 2860 call. So you can continue to stay put. The bias would only change once we break 2780. So that seems unlikely. And for the fresh momentum, we need a close about 2850. So once we cross that mark, then definitely the stock can inch toward 3050, 3100 mark. So you can maintain the longs with 2770 being the stop.
All right. Well, okay, Ajit. So that's the view on Hindustan Unilever and that specific call from our viewers. But on that note, thanking both of you for joining us and taking us through your views, giving us a handful of trading ideas, and of course, also addressing a handful of our viewer queries this morning. Osho as well as Ajit, thanks for joining in. But we stay on with the theme of the commodities and crude specifically. Well, there are beneficiaries of falling crude prices, and we now have Mahima joining us to tell us about how things could potentially pan out for those in the Indian stock market. Mahima, good morning.
Good morning.
Profit.